everyone, Brittney here, and welcome to my very first speed build. Yay! Alright, I'm just gonna come right out and say that speed building is not my forte, or not speed building, but building in general is just not my forte. I need like a good vision or like a blueprint, something in my head before I can do it, and I really don't invest a lot of time in building, and if I do build something from scratch, like say I do a legacy and you build a house from scratch, I usually take my sweet time building my house. And if I sound a little weird today, it's because I've been sick for the past 3 days. I actually stayed home from work today. I feel awful, and I mean this cold, seriously terrible. And I've had some terrible colds before, but it just came on really quick and was very exhausting. So I'm getting better, but if my voice sounds a little weird, that's why. So I may at some point, I don't know, because there's gonna be 2 parts to this, because this took me a long time to do. Like I said, not my forte to build. But this is the second video, because the first one, I was so angry. I spent almost 2 hours, and I wasn't, I don't know if I was completely finished. I was being a little bit picky, because as you can tell by the title, this is my childhood home. So I was being really picky with it. I wanted it to be as perfect as possible, to the image of my head. No, I don't live in this house any longer. Wish I did. I live in a condo not far from it, oddly enough, but I'm just doing this all from memory. I'm not looking at any pictures. But anyway, where was I going? I don't know. Wow, I just had a total brain fart. Shoot, I really did. I sidetracked off, and I don't know what I was talking about. But I may put in a picture I think that I was talking about a picture at some point of what the house actually looked like, compared to what I ended up building. And this is just a 2-parter, like I said, because I spent a long time working on it. And that's where I went. That's where I was going. Took me about 2 hours working on this, and I didn't save it in that 2 hours that I was working on it. And I went to save it, and the game just completely crashed. And luckily, I was pretty angry. If you can imagine spending 2 hours on something and the game crashing. But I was happy because I had the recording of it. So actually what I'm doing is watching the recording from the first time I worked on it and redoing it. And this video took me an hour and a half. And I actually have another part, and what you're going to find me doing, or what I do, because it helps me visualize things better, is I will furnish the house as I go, so I have better sense of where things are and how big the room should be. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and you guys will see that, but that's going to be in part 2, which I think is also an hour and a half, but I sped these obviously way up. Because we don't want to watch an hour and a half, and I don't think I could talk for an hour and a half while this is going on. It'd probably be just some really calm background music. But anyway, so I am starting the flooring. I didn't do the flooring, I didn't do obviously everything exactly as it looks in the house. I did it to my best perception of it, if that makes any sense. But I'm just going through here, and you're going to find me saving a lot because of what happened the first time. And I was so mad, but so thankful that I recorded it. So thankful. Alright, so I'm working on the kitchen here. The kitchen did have very dark, not quite mocha, but a very dark, traditional looking cabinets to them, which we don't exactly have, but I'm not one for downloading a lot of custom content, because I find that people get a lot of glitches with that. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm sure there's people who don't. I did download a lot of custom content for The Sims 3, Maybe The Sims 2. I don't know. That's really reaching right now, so I'm not sure. But definitely The Sims 3, I had a lot of custom content. But The Sims 4, I haven't done any. I've been a little weary just because of the can't talk, sorry. Just because of the other YouTubers I watch that seem to have issues, and I don't want to have issues. I already have issues with my Sims game. I don't need any more. Like it's crashing upon saving, or saving as, I should say. So I'm just putting together the kitchen. I really tried really hard to lay everything out as best as the house looked. I think I did pretty good. I think so. So like I said, I'm gonna put things together as I go because that helps me like finish them out better. So I haven't even touched the upper floor, the second floor. I haven't even touched the basement. And I'm actually, well, I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself, but I am gonna leave the basement blank. There wasn't much going on in the basement. It was unfinished, and we just kind of had like a kid area, like me and my brother, to play video games, and then the back half of it was like laundry and my dad's workbench and the furnace and whatnot. And then we had a little we had a crawl space which was under the family room area, and that was where all like the Christmas decorations went, like holiday stuff, car parts that my dad had. That all went under there, under the family room right that we're looking at right there with the patio door. Oh, and I was also mad because it took me so long to do landscaping. I do not do landscaping very well. Like I said, it takes me time to really feel out how I want the house to look. And the colors aren't, also, they're not exact, but I'm okay with it. I'll show you a picture at the end of this video, maybe the next video. It looks pretty darn close, though, I have to say. I really love how it turned out. I have made another version of this house in The Sims 4, but that's on my other desktop, which I have not turned on since May. I did build a new desktop that's all RGB and fantastical, which I love and probably spent too much money on, but you know, I did it. Okay, so now we're working on the living room. The living room we didn't really use much. We would put the Christmas tree in here, and my dad's office-ish. He didn't really have an office, but his desk was in here. Not a room, and the dining room too. This part of the house we really didn't use much, aside from family functions or, you know, holidays. It was really, it was really. I'm sorry, I'm getting really tongue-tied. It didn't get really a lot of love, but that's okay. It was a big house. To me, it was a big house, okay? It was 2,000 square feet, and that's without the basement, because I guess the basement doesn't count as square footage unless it's furnished, which is kind of weird, in my opinion. But I think my parents were going to finish it, but they backed out of it, and they were also going to add a addition over the garage, which they didn't do either. So I mean, the house was perfectly fine. It didn't need any more added onto it. I would love to, when my husband and I buy a house, because right now we live in a condo, I would love to buy a house like this, because there was a lot of houses in my neighborhood and neighborhoods nearby like this, built like this. Did I say that? Whatever. And I just love the house. I think it's perfect for you know, good sized family. Like this would be my dream house, to have a house, either my old house or just a house that was, you know, built the same way. And there's so many of them nearby. I just kind of need money for those. So or I would even, if we had the money, I would even buy like a lot and have the house built, which would be a lot of work, but I feel like I'd be dedicated enough to want to do that. Okay, so I think whoever finished with the I was gonna say the basement. Ugh, I haven't even started the basement. I finished with the main level, so I'm going up to the second level, and we're starting in my brother's room. And then my room is over here. It was only 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. I'm sure my parents could have put in a bathroom in the basement if they wanted to, but I don't even think we had the plumbing roughed in. But I know it's possible, watching all those shows on HGTV, which I haven't watched lately. What am I doing? I'm just like, swinging the door around. I don't watch TV a whole ton. I'm usually, you know, either at work or working out, watching a little bit of YouTube, Netflix, stuff like that. I will watch football with my dad on the weekend. What else? I'll watch like HGTV with my mom if I go over by her place and hang out. But yeah, so now I'm just working on window heights. I don't think my main level is... No, I'm not finished yet because I kind of... You're going to find I come and go with... you know, I'll furnish it, but not entirely, and I'll come back to it. If I get frustrated with a certain area, like, see, I finished up the upstairs. I didn't even finish the upstairs, and I just came down to the bathroom because the bathroom was bugging me because I couldn't figure out how I wanted it. Because it was only really, and that, see, now I'm back upstairs, and now I'm downstairs, and now I'm upstairs. Oh, I'm moving the lights around. But I do go from one place to another just randomly because I get flustered when I don't find the look that I have in my head. So I go to another, you know, I'll go do the landscaping, or I'll make a pool, and then I'll come back to the basement and all this other stuff. Alright, so we're working on my room now, and my room had a whole wall of closets. It wasn't a huge room. I couldn't give you the specs on it because I have no idea. But it was a very, very light pink. Like that's a little too pink when the sun shone in, because my room faced the south? Yes. No. Yes, it did. When the sun shone in, my room almost looked white because the pink was just such a light color. And then I had... we didn't have any crown molding, but like I said, we're not getting too specific here. I'm just trying to get as close as possible. See, now I'm working on my dad's desk. I go from the upstairs to the bathroom to my dad's desk. Okay. Saving again because I don't trust the game to keep it that way. And I just readjusted it so that it was more centered on the lot. I'm kind of weird about... I like homes to be centered. I don't know, I guess it depends on the house. Now we're back upstairs. I'm trying to find the perfect dresser, which I don't think... I did not pick this dresser. My dresser's more... it's actually still at my mom's. It's white, but it's kind of like a traditional look. It's kind of like antiqued a little bit. There's some like flowers drawn on it. I do find the perfect one. I'm looking for it, and it's right in front of me, and I just can't see it. But see, now I'm tired of that, and I'm going to the landscaping. Landscaping, I always have issues with. It's probably the absolute last thing I do when I build a house, because I never know where I want things to be, or if I'm going to add on to the house, and I hate redoing it. And also the garage there. I told you I left the basement unfinished. Well, I actually left the garage unfinished too. I just put some lights in it and a door, and I'm gonna leave that. I mean, if you guys want to, I think it would be awesome if you guys want to. I'm gonna put this house on the gallery when it's all said and done. If you guys want to redo it, and I'll put a hashtag. I'll think of a hashtag for it, like Comstar Sims. If you want to upload it to the gallery so I can see what you guys would do with this kind of house, that would be awesome. I would love that. What am I doing now? See, now I went from the landscaping to the family room. Okay, because I loved how I did the landscaping in the first time I made it, and the second time crap, sorry. I got like 9 hours of sleep and I'm yawning on you guys. But I'm sick, I'm sorry. So I loved how I did the landscaping in the first video, but I think, you know, there are times where when I get I think I mentioned this in my 100 baby challenge video or something or other. When I get a second chance to work on something, I feel like I'm more detailed with it, and I change things that I didn't like the first time. So I feel that's how this came out. And you know, bouncing around from the landscaping, now I'm working on the bathroom again, because the bathroom actually had just one counter, and the mirror was mounted to the wall. It was, you know, it didn't have a frame or anything like that, and I just found it hard to convey that. I mean, I think I did put on bb.move objects to tweak things the way I wanted. I don't know if I did that already. Pretty sure I did, and I wasn't paying attention. But I'm trying to get it. I really wasn't happy with it. I mean, I could just pull in one of the walls and maybe make it a 4x4, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, and that's another thing is I don't really put a lot of photographs or paintings in my houses. I tried to find ones that portrayed what they actually looked like on the wall, or what they actually were, or close enough. No, I didn't like that. Change that. You know what, now with cats and dogs coming out, I could actually maybe make that window like a bench seat, because it was, or something like that. I have to look at old pictures just to make sure, but actually that wasn't, I don't know, I have to think about that. I am so excited. We have, when I'm recording this, I don't know when I recorded this, no. I recorded it on Sunday, what was Sunday? The 29th, and I'm doing a voiceover of it on November 1st, because I've been sick and I haven't had time to do it. I've been sneezy and blowing my nose and all that good stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it's November 1st when I'm voicing this over, so we have a week and a half till the Sims Cats and Dogs come out. I am so thrilled. I can't wait to make my old childhood pets. My current, well, I don't have pets right now. My mom does. I can make hers. I'd love to get a dog right now, but we live in a condo, and I just don't think it's fair. I don't know. That and money, it's kind of hard to have a pet right now. So I can't wait. That's why I can't wait to get a house, because I really want a dog. I want a couple dogs. I just love dogs. I'm a huge dog person, because I've had a dog since I was 8 or younger than that, I think. We had it was a Collie Sheltie mix. Her name was Boo. And then we had a Border Collie, and her name was Molly. And I miss those dogs. They were great. I really wish they were still here with me, but sadly they aren't. Alright, so did some decorating. Back onto the landscaping. I don't think we have much longer here. No, we don't. So like I said, there's gonna be a two-parter, and I will finish this up. I'm sorry, I know my building is all over the place. But that's just, I don't know, that's just how I am, because I did this all at one time. There are times where when I build, I'll step away and then come back to it another day or in another couple days. So, like I said, I'm really slow at building. It just takes me time. If I have a blueprint, or, you know, it's my old house like I'm doing now, then I'm pretty good. But otherwise, saving again takes me a lot of time. So, I will put up the part 2 of this video, I don't know, in a couple days or so you guys can see the finished result, and then I'll put up the put it up on the gallery so you guys can check it out. Remodel it if you want, and use the hashtag ComStarSims so I can find it. I would love to see your creations. Alright, finishing up here, just working on landscaping. I am losing my voice a little bit right now. It's a little bit scratchy, but thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.